Dear brothers and sisters, if you really cared, you would have prepared. If you really cared for Jum'ah, you would have prepared. If you really cared for Ramadan, you would have prepared. If you really cared for this meeting, you would have prepared. If you really cared for this job, you would have prepared. Obviously, we are just less than a few weeks, a couple of weeks away from the blessed month of Ramadan. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. May Allah Azza wa Jalla allow us to live to see its entrance and to be forgiven through it. Allahumma Ameen. But before I talk about that, I want to actually use the example of the ritual that we are participating in right now, which is Salatul Jumu'ah. There are those who will miss Salatul Jumu'ah altogether today somewhere in the world. Why? Because they stayed up all last night, they slept maybe after Salatul Fajr, they forgot to arrange for themselves a ride or whatever it may be, or maybe they got stuck in traffic because they aimed, or they will aim for catching not the khutbah, but catching the iqamah. They will miss the salah and they will be sinful, and they'll say, oh, it was traffic, oh, it was this, oh, it was that, and Allah Azza wa Jalla will know whether or not their excuse is valid. The angels have their roll book in front of the masjid. They're taking the names of all those that are entering in. Once the imam stands on the minbar to say assalamu alaikum, the roll book closes. And if that makes those of you that came late feel bad, I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. The roll book closes. You missed your name in the scroll of the angel of those who would be forgiven for the week. Pay attention to this hadith now. There are those that not only make sure that they are here on time for the adhan, but they also engage in the sunan before the adhan. The Prophet ﷺ said, whoever takes his shower, they left early and they arrived early. They came close to the imam, they listened and they were quiet. Every step that they took to the masjid, Allah Azza wa Jal writes for them a year of siyam, of fasting, a year of qiyamul layl. How many steps did you take to get to the masjid today? Calculate that by years of qiyam, years of siyam. I'm saying that there are some people that get 1,000 years of qiyam every time they come to Salatul Jumu'ah, before the khutbah even starts. Why? Because they prepared. And if you cared, if you really cared, you would have prepared. Ramadan comes. The bare minimum, the bare basic. Analogize this example of Jumu'ah to everything else. There are some people that will be forgiven before Ramadan even starts. Because when that hilal is seen, that person would have already met Allah Azza wa Jal with an earnest heart. Allahumma ballighna Ramadan. Already repenting for sins that they know they shouldn't have been committing. Already have a schedule that's cleared out for Ramadan. Already accounting for all types of things. What are the things that you did before that are a proof? Because in the sight of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, preparation is a proof that you care. By the way, even with our own relationships, if you have a job interview and someone is coming to the job interview and they forgot some of the most essential things, they showed up 5 minutes late to the job interview, in your mind, you're not taking this job seriously. You don't really care about this job. You're not really trying to prepare. If you have an important meeting on the calendar, but then you show up 10 minutes late on Zoom in your bed and you say, wait, that means that my meeting was not a priority to you. Preparation is proof. If you cared, you would have prepared. Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says about the hypocrites in Tabuk. You remember in Tabuk, people came to the Prophet ﷺ and they put forth all sorts of excuses. Ya Rasulullah, this happened. Ya Rasulullah, this happened. Ya Rasulullah, this happened. Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And the Prophet ﷺ was accepting their excuses, whatever. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَلَوْ أَرَادُوا الْخُرُوجَ لَأَعَدُّوا لَهُ عُدَّةً. Had they actually wanted to go with you, they would have prepared for it properly. But then here's the scary part of the